Hey, you. Do not lie to yourself. Your results did not surprise you, by the least. You expected this. You knew this was coming all along. But did you do anything to divert this? To get to a different scenario? You didn't. You spend all of your free nights, free days, your holidays, everything just on pure entertainment. You did not even think about studying for the matter of fact. You did not even open the book, and now you're regretting it because if you had taken that extra step, you would have not regretted your result as much as you do now. See, marks do not show your potential by any means. They just show who worked and who didn't, who slacked while the others worked. Even if you're Isaac Newton or Albert Einstein, you ain't getting no marks if you do not study for your exams. Organic chemistry does not come to your mind uh, like it did when Isaac Newton discovered calculus. It doesn't work like that. You do not have to reinvent the wheel to get good grades. You just have to stick with it, stick with the boring stuff, do them consistently over a period of time rather than trying to read and understand everything before your exam starts. A normal person who actually did more repetitions, more work in the long run will always get better marks than you because learning is understanding and understanding requires time. Uh, Here's a reference that might help you to understand this more. Your grades. If any of you had your results recently, because I did, I got a I got 4 A's and 1 C in chemistry, but even though that's not the best, I think it's pretty good because I'm managing a lot more things than just school and than just academic prowess. So any of you who have had your exams exam results in the past few days, listen to this. Your grade sheet is like a receipt. Whenever you go to a hotel, to a restaurant, and when you uh, do all of the things, and when it's time to pay, and when you get the receipt that shows what you ate and what you did at the time, your results are the same way. The endless nights that you spent scrolling on social media or procrastinating because you didn't simply felt ready, that all counts. That all goes to show in your results. Today was just a bill arriving. What if you did the opposite? Think it like this. If you studied for 2 hours every single day, day in, day out, no matter how hard life gets, you would have gotten so much more marks. This doesn't just limit to studies, it applies everywhere in life. Let's say you're applying for a job interview. You wouldn't want to go in with 15 minutes of prep time and you will never, I mean never, think that you got the job if you just prepared for 15 minutes. Compared to a guy who studied every single day for the same exam, for the same position as you, he will get a higher chance of actually getting the job. Why? It's not because he was smarter. It's not because he was more genetically blessed with intelligence or something. Nothing else matters except consistency. And that's what shows up in your report card. Here's the biggest lie students tell themselves. Even I used to do this at times, but I don't now. I'm smart, I just didn't try. Something like, I could have done better if I locked in, if I studied better, if I put in more hours. or something like, next time I'll do better. There is no next time. If you didn't try, the result, the report card that you got was the expected outcome. You're not in a Shark Tank where you think your grades won't matter. Your grades still matter even if you want to pursue something entrepreneurial. Because education isn't just limited um, to getting a job. It's way broader than that, and most people do not realize this enough. Is the thing. Even if you're Einstein, even if you're I don't know, someone like Trump, or I don't know, Elon Musk. I don't care who you are. If you do not use your intelligence, if you do not use what is up here, it will stay irrelevant. Even if you have like a 200 IQ, even if you had 200 IQ, it wouldn't have taken you 200 IQ to realize that the unused intelligence is irrelevant. Even if you are the most cracked math Olympiad kid, if you do not use a mind, if you do not use what's up here, it's worthless. It's of no use, essentially. So keep that in mind. Get this. Motivation did not fail you. You failed it. Yes, you heard it right. You are the one who failed it. Motivation was never the real cause of your academic downfall. Your systems are the ones to blame. Motivation is temporary. It gets you by a day or two, but systems stick. Systems help you realize what is worthy of your time and what is not, where to put your time and where to not put your time. That helps you actually get more done in a day that people will get done in a week. Timetables, schedules. I've repeated this over and over on my channel. Even if you do not get anything out of this video, get this. Motivation is temporary. The TikTok video that you saw for inspiration was temporary. The dopamine that you got from that thing was temporary. Things that help you get consistent on the long run are systems. Systems are permanent. Systems do not wait for you. You have to chase them. You have to be able to chase your systems and make sure that you are consistent. And that is what winners do. That separates winners from losers. While losers think about, should I study today? Winners have already started. While you stay on your phone and after a doom scrolling session of 2 hours and finally start questioning yourself about studying, people have already finished their study session. Because studying more does not equate to getting more marks. Studying efficiently, studying in a smart way is what works in the today's generation. You can't expect every single kid to study for 8 hours a day or something. It's about efficiency. And I've broke down how to get systems in place. I'll link the video at the last. So be sure to watch that if you're actually serious about changing your life, your academic. Check out that video after this. Here's the quiet truth. Most people gatekeep from you. Most people do not tell you about. The grind is never about aesthetics. Like the grind is meant to be boring. It's meant to be repetitive. It's meant to be messy. It's meant to be hard for a reason. If it wasn't hard, most people would have gotten A's. Most people would have become doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs, because the grind is what matters, and the grind is not aesthetic. That's why most people quit. That's why you are not in the best shape that you could be in. That's why people strive for improvement in life, and that's not a bad thing. But a bad thing is knowing that you have to improve, but still choosing You're choosing your own downfall. You're choosing to stay where you are, even though you know that you shouldn't. That is what ignites the fire in me. Like, why? Why do you choose to live an inferior life when you could have done so much more? Why did you lose hope in yourself? The one you were chosen. You were chosen for a reason. You know how lucky you have to be born. 30 trillion to 1 ratio. Our minds cannot even comprehend a number that big. And I do not blame you for not understanding how rare that is. The students who did well weren't shouting out loud. Their results are not your identity. I agree on that. Like, your results not reflect your identity, but they show you something about yourself that you never knew about yourself. They show you your habits. They show you what was lacking in you. They show you what you could have done better, what you could have improved on. Right? And most people ignore this. They ignore this valuable signal and repeat the cycle over and over, and then by the end of the year, they're still the same as the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and they have not changed a single tad bit. Then they blame others. Then they blame the friend who asks them to go out with them one day or a couple of days ago. Like, it's always your fault. Even if it isn't, blame yourself, because that gives you all of the power to control it. If you went out to eat with a friend when you should have been studying, blame yourself. Do not blame the friend. The friend was already a degenerate. You do not want to blame a degenerate for your actions. You do not want to blame a degenerate for your own on your own downfall. You do not have to be that down bad. Just think about what you did at that moment. What did you reply that guy with? You probably said, okay, let's go. I don't have much to do. When you did have a lot of things to do. You did not set your priorities above your friends, and that was the biggest mistake you could have ever made. Your priorities are better, are more worthy than your shitty friend circle that won't even last 2 years. You won't even meet yourself. You meet your friends after 2 years. Think about it, bro. Like, you're allowing people, random strangers that just happen to be in the same class as you, maybe even not the same class, and you allow them to influence the trajectory of 2 years of your life or more. I don't even know. At least 2, right? Think about that. How absurd is that? When you should have been grinding by yourself, you chose comfort, and that is what killed your growth, because comfort kills growth. When you think you're already good enough, all other people who do not think that they are good enough will climb over you. Then you will realize why your results got worse, even though you worked harder than last time, because you didn't. You're just saying that to make yourself feel better, but you do not have to feel better. If you choose to feel worse at this time and be better in the future, then I have a ton of respect for you, because most people would just run for the instant gratification. Most teenagers are filled with a sense of validation. They want validation from the family, from their friends, from the teachers. Heck, they would even go as far to get a girlfriend just because they need validation. They need the urge. They they feel the need inside them to get validated, validated by that stranger from the streets, from the friend who doesn't even care about you. And that's what kills you in the long run. Hey, I just sprinkled a lot of hate within you. You probably hate me for some reason because I told you the truth. But the fact of the matter is, you needed to hear this. No matter how much you try to deny it, you did need to hear this. The truth is, you do not need confidence, do not need any kind of talent. You do not need to be an extraordinary child. You do not have to be a 10-year-old who got an A star on their A levels. You do not have to be like that. You do not have to be that good of a intellectual prowess in order to get good grades. You're making it hard for yourself. Understand this. A system in place that works for you in the long run will be more than enough to get ahead of 99% of people and secure yourself a spot in the 1%. You do not need some extra motivation every single day. You do not need any of the external shit. And I'm recording this at the results day. Like, I haven't even taken a day off. Like, I do not even want to, because I feel the need, I feel the desire that I needed to tell this to you. Even if you did not know that you needed to hear this. You did need to hear this, didn't you? And do not lie. Don't you dare lie now. So if you're done lying to yourself, you can subscribe the channel. You can stay with me. I'll be sharing tips, not just tips, things that worked for me, and that will help you to stop wasting your time and actually focusing on what works. If you want a video about like how to actually study, feel free to comment down below. I'll be sure to make a video about that if enough people comment about it. And that's basically the video. I do not want to stretch this video too much, and I value your time. Thanks for watching. Right, I'm watching you from afar. Keep pushing. I'll be pushing as well. We will hold ourselves accountable. Peace out.